Call of Duty League is presented by T-Mobile, now America's largest and fastest 5G network. Set your sights on the competition with T-Mobile, the leader in 5G. Scuff, the official controller of the Call of Duty League. Seany, the official eyewear for the CDL. Armor your eyes with Seany Blocks blue light protection glasses by visiting seany.com/gaming.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is time. Welcome back to the Call of Duty League. Lovely shots there of Echo Park here in Los Angeles, where my dog desperately tried to kill a goose. Thankfully, he didn't, because we taught him to be a good boy. And indeed, a lot of good boys in this upcoming series, friends. Minnesota Røkkr taking on our home series host, the LA Thieves, and it is a very new look for the roster. Huke and Slasher are back, baby, and we're going to be seeing what they can be doing against Minnesota Røkkr. Quick look at Group A standings before we get into the mix. Atlanta FaZe sitting atop that one, but an interesting situation to be in indeed. If Røkkr win today, they secure themselves a spot in the winners bracket at the very, very least. For the LA Thieves, though, if they lose this one, obviously things get tough, but if they win it, they tie up with Chicago OpTic. Their matchup later on, that's going to be deciding who gets winners. That could be very fun indeed, but let's get into this one, friends. It's time to go big or go home, because quite frankly, we're all excited to see this one. A massive change for LA Thieves, and Røkkr starting to find their feet a little. Chance, how you feeling, brother?
I'm feeling great. We got Huke and Slasher back. It's been over 2 months since we have watched Slasher play Call of Duty. Normally, that only happens in the off season. And I mean, he's the player, right? You see the Thanos gifts all the time. He is genuinely one of like the best ARs, if not just one of the best players in Call of Duty history. It is nice to see him back, and this is just a massive opportunity, I would say, for every single one of these players on the Thieves to hit like that final form, right? You get Thanos potentially gonna snap, you get Huke potentially able to return to be one of the best players in the game. This is a roster, if they can bring it together, they're gonna be looking for chips and wins, but unfortunately for them, I mean, they've had like a week of practice together, really try to get in the swing of things.
Well, get in the swing of things, they absolutely have to pretty much right now, because the clocks are ticking, friends. Dread it, run from it, Slasher arrives somehow every single time. Let's meet the roster, friends. Time to meet the LA Thieves.
Big time.
The LA Thieves now with a very, very new look for the roster. We welcome Slasher back into the league, one of the finest ARs, a storied player throughout the Call of Duty world, and Huke the Nuke back in the main roster. We saw him in and out, a little bit of a dip. We'll see how they go. As Kenny and TJ, we will say adieu to, of course, Venom and Draza, who will be sitting on the bench watching this one with bated breath, hoping to support the boys. But let's see how this one goes, Chance. This is an exciting and very bloody surprising team change. I would say late into the stage.
I mean, it's kind of comical. The last time we casted over the Thieves is when we were like, oh yeah, JCap just confirmed in like their most recent video that they're sticking with the roster through the rest of the year. That lasted for a week and they immediately make the change, but it is Land coming back. Like, as good as Draza and Venom have been, especially Draza, I think, has absolutely proven himself to be just an outstanding player. It's Land, and you got Slasher on the bench. Like, it is an understandable decision. I think we've said that about pretty much every decision that the Thieves have made, that it's understandable, but they're looking for the one, that key to success, the mix of like players that they have at their disposal. There's a combination here that they have where they can win chips. This is the one they're looking for to try to make it happen right at the tail end of the year.
Yeah, right at the tail end of the year, and a very dramatic finish we may be seeing them have. But now it's time to meet their opponents. It's time to rock and roll and meet the Minnesota Røkkr.
Røkkr certainly come to play.
They can't stop it. They can't stop the kid. They can't stop it.
Oh, Priestahh. It's Standy! Cuts them all down. What was that? Bang! MajorManiak, 200 IQ, 10 out of 10 play. Oh my word! Attach is going to save the day. Røkkr, our kings of the north.
Minnesota Røkkr playing for a spot in the winner's bracket here in this matchup. A victory will set them up for success coming into the next major. MajorManiak attach Standy and Priestahh. Recent form chance, what do you make of them, man? It's been a little up and down.
There is certainly potential, and honestly, this is the match for these guys to win, right? You're playing against a fresh team. You get the win, you're in a winner's bracket. It cannot get easier than that. And I also think this is a team that has put themselves on certain maps in very specific situations where if they can start to execute, then they'll kick their gameplay up a notch. And that's why for their game fuel keys to victory, find those big plays in the hard points. In Moscow especially, this is a map that they've been going back to time and time again throughout stage 4. And it's those moments where, like, you know, you got a guy hiding in the back of the map on P3 waiting to make the big play. Some guy that's key on the rotation that needs to pick up the 2-piece. They have found themselves in these situations consistently, executing on the big plays Minnesota had struggled just a little bit on. So if they start to make that magic happen again, they're going to start to take away a ton of these maps. And for the second point, well, Search and Destroy has been a bit of a problem. Not as consistent or as strong as you would expect this roster to be. And well, Attach and Priestahh, the two players, via a .42 and .71 respectively throughout stage 4. They just haven't quite found their comfort zone yet, but if they can pull it off, they'll be good to go. On the flip side for Thieves, difficult to write their keys to victory, right? It's a fresh team, 2 new players on the roster, or 2 old veteran players now getting back with the old team. So I think selfish plays they shouldn't shy away from. And it's just the situation, if you've had only a week of practice, it's not like your chemistry is going to be completely on point. If you see that opportunity to let a player run past, try to pop off and pick up that big 2 or 3 piece, anything these guys see on the map, their individual talent is high enough that they should trust themselves to execute on those plays. And on the flip side for TJ, he is the player that I think as purely an individual really needs to step up in his performance, right? One of the bottom KDs in the league throughout stage 4. And TJ historically has been a player where when he pops off, can look like one of the best players in the world. It feels like it's been quite some time since I've seen that version of TJ.
Yeah, TJ, tough scenes there. We saw, what, 6th lowest KD in the stage so far. This is going to be a very interesting matchup again, friends. Brand new LA Thieves going up against Røkkr again. Røkkr playing for that spot in the winner's bracket, the upcoming major. Maps and modes on your screen, pals. Garrison, standoff, Garrison. Moscow, and that again, Miami for the overtime. Map number 5, should we have to go the distance? And I must admit, my pick'ems have demanded it. I would like to see a game 5. The victor, I will leave that one up to you, friends. Again, I know at some point you're going to be able to follow along with the talent in the pick'ems, but for now, I'm looking to go back to back, baby. But let's see how we fare. Again, for the LA Thieves, this would be an incredible statement to make after making a huge roster change, take down a team like Røkkr, get themselves another shot at winner's bracket glory going into the major. But for Røkkr, again, man, it's just to prove that our team changes were great as well. We're in fine form. We're starting to turn heads. We're starting to get back to that top 2 finish that we saw, you know, going into the start of the CDL 2020 season. Will they be able to find that success here, though, as we roll into Garrison Chance for the first time in a very, very long time? We've got ourselves a slasher on our screen. Let's get it.
And I'm almost like giddy with excitement to watch this man play. The number of gifts or comments are just like, oh, Lance coming back? Like, you have to put me in. Slasher, I can only imagine how hungry he is for the opportunity to get back in the action for the CDL. You know that he is absolutely a player that has been going through it in challengers, and you know that he wants to make an impact straight off the rip. We'll see if he can make it happen on Garrison.
Come out of challengers either a very, very strong individual or a chrysalis of a man. So far, TJ manages to get himself a nice 3 off the rip. A shot punch was in there as well. It's TJ, maybe in his PJs. Looking mighty fine right off the rip here. Early time going the way of Røkkr, but the Thieves have bounced back in a nice way. And TJ still doing a good bit of work here, locking down mid-map. See all these angles he has to watch here. He's doing a magnificent job so far. Wins another one. That's 4 in a row now for TJ. Good start. We do have Røkkr back on the point.
And I would say great patience as well, right? He knew Standy was somewhere around that truck for the longest time, but didn't overcommit and is finding the kills. And you need the man to step up, and he's thinking about scorch streaks after just the first hill. 5-0 already, and his teammates picking up all the kills. He gets to be the roaming slayer, and even though he gets dropped, you see at the very least his teammates have secured the rotation over towards P2. And fun enough, you start out 5-0 and you're still down by 20 points. So Røkkr certainly making the best of a bad situation. Is Attach right now trying to think about how to bully his way through the back of the map.
We'll try to get it done. Use of the rotation, attach, and I'm going to make much more happen up front. TJ, he'll do the best he can, but he can't win that second gunfight as well. MajorManiak manages to catch a Kenny. Oh, it's a slasher as well. Just like that, hard point flips. We're going to see the members of Røkkr now in control. Nades are out and about, no trophies just yet to be seen, but we're all sweet for now as MajorManiak blind face plants into the brick wall. You know, a couple of bullets there from TJ. The battle still continues, Chance. We still have Røkkr in a bit of a, I would say, a decent position, but there we go. The final kills are done. Thieves with the next 15.
I mean, I would say in a very solid position, right? I mean, you had TJ streaking out. He picks up 3 kills straight off the rip. You end up P1 with, what, a 20-second lead. Now you got to deal with a team that's got the full setup for the actual rotation over towards the next hill. They break through with ease. Effectively tied up going into the new hill, but now for Røkkr, this is their first real attempt at locking down any sort of money hill. You see all of the pressure being poured on Green Alley in the middle of the map. Slasher, TJ, and Kenny trying to work their way through, but meanwhile, Priestahh just actually hanging out inside the hard point, collecting all of this time.
Well, you got the hard point time going in the way of Røkkr, but I know what the fans want. The fans want to hear the comms of the new LA Thieves, so we're going to give them just that. Time to go to a quick Astro Gaming listen-in with Los Angeles Thieves.
What's Look doing? In mid door, absolutely. Absolutely dead. I got him for you. Yep. Make sure we get in there. Fight doing weak. Alright. Don't challenge me mid door. Front two far. I got one.
Nice one. Nice. What's front? You want to get flat?
I need a plat.
He's still flat.
They might push out you, Preston. I got you.
I'll get time.
I got you. Push out you. I have you right now. They give you flat, brother. You flat.
I flash you.
One's crossing up you, I think.
I flash you. Full flash you.
I full flash you too. One's crossing back left for sure.
One guy's outside. I got stuck.
And you
Standy.
After you. You already cast stairs. And mid.
You hopped up full mid.
Yep. I spawn man. Alright. Yeah, we spawn garage. On time.
Light, set.
Back. Top green, picking cat. Picking that. I'm seeing cat. Up mid. There's 2 up mid. Top green, president. Okay. Rails weak.
That one.
There's 2 rails. I got one shot deal on top. Absolutely no catchers. He's so much on top. G left color, close up. That's why catchers somewhere.
I'm just finding my life.
I needed top green. Yeah,
someone get time.
I can't get top.
Score on left. Yo, he's
top green major.
Over
Gotta kill Standy. Top green major. Okay. Top green major. I spawned.
2 on time. I'm about to hit this with you. I need a timer.
Top left catchers. In rails.
I'm looking rails.
Mid.
Charles, they may not have the lead, and it starts to get a little more dangerous now for the Thieves, but I will say their comms, man, they sound passionate. They sound locked in. They sound like they're trying to bring it. I mean, even if Røkkr win in this match, I love what I heard there.
I mean, you know, the comms are good. They're keeping track of the fact that Standy is, getting score streaks against them, but they're having problems with the actual gunfights in this setup. Certainly, it is the same sort of theme. They're getting picked apart. I mean, even to start that, like, the trash hill on P4, I mean, you have, what, Kenny down low trying to lock down you, and the player just slide past and get towards the catwalk. The setup's not super clean, and you're gonna have to deal with score streaks, and you're still gonna have to deal with Standy. 14 kills to his name, and if he's killing like that, he's gonna be a hard man to stop.
He was 1 bullet away from taking care of Kenny as well. Now attach. Open field him and just cleave his way through the members of LA Thieves. Hard point time still going their way. They've got less than 20 now on this one, and it's gonna go their way unless TJ can make their play. Here he goes. And he's going to find the kill. TJ's going to get himself on the point. Nice late-minute recovery there from the LA Thieves. Now they've got to make their way back over towards B1. We've seen the full cycle of hardpoint rotations now come to a close. Back to the center we go. MajorManiak trying to find one. Trade's going to be there. A slasher on the receiving end of the kill. Standing into the hardpoint. Once again, LA Thieves now looking for the break. And it's going to be Huke getting involved from upstairs. Attached now from down low. Looking to take care of Huke. And the kill feed is starting to go red. Another decent engagement swing there, and TJHaLy gets a bit of a team kill, but Chance LA Thieves slowly but surely getting back into this.
And Thieves really need to pour the pressure on this hill as well, because keep in mind, they're going to be dealing with the artillery on P2. So whether or not you get the early rotation, not going to make a difference, and maybe a player pushing up a little bit too far, because Priestahh ends up spawning all the way out. An opportunity, again, for him to make the big plays in the hardpoint. He has found his way behind enemy lines, and, well, Slasher sniffs him out. And it looks like, at least for the early on pressure for this P2 hill, Thieves are going to be there. Unfortunate for them, though. 1, they're down by about 100 points. And 2, again, the artillery in the back pocket of Standy to try to break through this new hill. think the idea for the Røkkr, once you get some clearance, maybe try to get up top green, then call the thing in. But unfortunately for them, they've had to deal with Huke towards the middle of the map, who's just been picking them apart before they can even get there.
So here we go. Decent rotation already. Here comes the streaks you mentioned, Chance, and there's not going to be a lot of players in position for this one. Standy's going to be very selective with the targets. Out of the map they'll go. Well, you know, TJ's going to stay inside bricks. Slasher though, oh, from upstairs. Not able to get much more. TJ though, trying to find these kills. Standy's up next. Patch on the pinch. Nice kills still, but you've got Huke on point. Huke v Standy, and he manages to win the fight. There we go. Huke's now got the hard point alive and kicking. And slowly but surely, Chance, Thieves fighting their way back into this one. Nice shots, big kill as Huke. Ooh, baby, stays alive. Slash is there to back him up. The new boys looking good on the map so far.
Hey, and I gotta say, I don't think that was a good artillery use at all, right? There's like the meta game of where you need to drop the artillery bombs because players start to hop off the map, but you didn't even get the clearance on the point. Slasher just gets to stand out in the open in a corner for free, and he finds the first kill to open up the break. So I think somewhat of a wasted streak, and that is the good news for the Thieves. Bad news is you're going back to the money hill where last time Røkkr got the full 60. You got Standy inside the hard point, standing next to attach, just waiting for the gunfights to come to them. Who decides to take the one-on-one, slides straight into death, and now his teammates got to say, well, where are we supposed to go after this? Because they're getting picked apart too. This has been the hill for Minnesota, where they have just completely taken over the game, and with 30 seconds left, they have accrued themselves a massive lead.
Yeah, big lead here. Huke trying to make the play in from behind, but not able to get much going there. Priestahh's going to push the front line out as much as he possibly can before being dropped. And Standy, once again, locking down the point. MajorManiak backing him up. It's been a fantastic hard point now for Røkkr. Over towards the trash cans we go. Center of the map. LA Thieves with the early setup here. They're going to be able to take on the fight as and when it comes from the Røkkr, but will they be able to get all those kills? Kenny finds the first. Huke, couple of tags, a couple of tickles in on the side here. As Røkkr now mounting the offensive, making their way forward. You see Huke now, hard point time going his way, looking to stay alive for as long as he can as the rest of the squad find their kills. Good stuff so far. Slasher finds two. Able to get any more, it'd be sweet, but Chance the time going the way of the Thieves so far.
Yeah, a lot easier to hold that darker U, if I think is what the Thieves call it, when you're actually on top of the catwalk with the AR. Solid stuff so far. First 20 seconds go their way, and Huke continuing just to put down some damage, make the gunfights that much easier for his teammates. And once again, either he's winning them or the teammates are clearing it up for him. A lot of this time has gone their way, and maybe an opportunity for Thieves to try to get back into this game. One more wave of gunfight to keep these players at bay and get a nice easy rotation. They have chipped away at this lead, and the clearance still on point. Whoa. And again, this is it, like 3 down, able to get the setup, a rotation, still down by about 60. But Thieves certainly fighting back, and Kenny, the artillery, he's secured it.
Ew, one more, and he's going to get himself the cruisy woozy. One perfect hard point from Røkkr over by number 3 to the 4th, which was perfect for Thieves. You'd love to see it. Back and forth we will go. This kill for Kenny's going to be big. Full streaks will be his. That's nice. Very helpful now. Going into the next one. And again, you've got those players now spawning on that left-hand side of the map for Røkkr. Kenny's going to stay alive for now. Those players pushing their way in towards the hard point. Huke was the player on point. Now dropped. The clock will stop. Looking in favor of the LA Thieves. Now to Røkkr though, they're going to start getting into the point, and all Chance they could get it done here. 25 for the win. There's 30 left in the point. They could honestly do it. Kenny's going to go big with the streaks.
And just purely out of desperation as well. Attach what gets forced just to back down. Even Priestahh wins a gunfight before he gets dropped. And well, you might have the information that the players are coming out of you, but you still don't have any actual map pressure, and you try to get to the hill, you got to deal with Attach. Stuck in their spawn is the Thieves, trying to fly their way forward. And maybe the good news is you don't lose on this hill, but the problem is you got to get to the next one. Not a ton of pressure at all, and maybe a desperation artillery to try to make something happen. But 4 seconds away, Røkkr get this win. And maybe unfortunately for them, well, Standy, the last one standing, Thieves, I mean, tooth and nail that they are fighting, but this is such a difficult spot to be in.
Oh, I was going to say, Standy maybe making a play here. Kenny, oh, the contest, it comes to a close, and now you've got Røkkr in the point. That's that. One decisive kill was all it took. Minnesota Røkkr start the series off strong. The win there on Garrison hardpoint. Thieves, it was a mighty comeback indeed. Solid individual plays out of Kenny. We saw some good plays all around, but at the end of the day, Røkkr came out swinging too hot out of the gates. Difficult comeback to mount when they had such a massive point lead working in their favor. Still Chance, I've got a good feeling about this series, mate. I think we're going the distance, and I sure as hell hope so. start.
I mean, potentially so, but I gotta say for Røkkr, I mean, even off the rip, just making the best of a bad situation. You lose the opening break. TJ's picking up 3 pieces, looking for streaks, and you turn that into a 20-point lead. You go into a P2 hill where Thieves have the full setup. You break through it like it's butter, and then you go into P3 and just get that full 60, and that is pretty much where Røkkr just solidified the game. That third hard point, full 60 both times around. Too big of a lead for Thieves to have to deal with. And even like the hill after that, right? Another hill where Thieves get the full setup on P4 where they just get completely picked apart. Minnesota Røkkr, first hard point win they get against the Thieves this season, and a happy one for them to get because it wasn't even their map pick. They've been looking at the Moscows this entire stage 4, but they get that first one on board. And for Thieves, well, not a fun spot to have to be in for your first game with the new team.
I mean, difficult, but to be completely frank, I mean, they looked fine out there. There was nothing particularly bad. They were losing a couple of individual gunfights at times. The trades didn't really kick in until sort of like third, maybe fourth hard point. Now it's going to be choice words for the squad as they get ready to move into map number 2, Standoff, Search and Destroy. Map 2 of this series. We come back after this very quick commercial break, friends. Don't go anywhere. More Call of Duty League upon our return.
The Call of Duty League is presented by Seany, the official eyewear for the CDL. Armour your eyes with Seany Blocks blue light protection glasses by visiting seany.com/gaming. Presented by USAA Renters Insurance, made to insure your gear in real life.
They're not done yet though. One final push for one final contest. The tournament is decided here. And iLLeY's there up top. They got him out of the hard point. They might still be able to get in. They gotta fly. Go, go, go. Get in. They're able to get in. Everybody is into the point. 247. 247. It's madness inside. Røkkr. They do it. They do it. They do it. It's Røkkr with the win. It's map 5, baby.
What just happened? What was that ending?
Oh, another little reminder, friends, of the excitement that awaits us once we all get back in a one room together and we can all get stinky, sweaty and enjoy Call of Duty in person. Woo, what an exciting series that was. Shout out to my boys Joe and Clint. Back to the game at hand, friends. Minnesota Røkkr versus the LA Thieves. Let's talk about the S&D struggles chance of the LA Thieves, our home series hosts.
I mean, oh my God, a 2-game losing streak. No, there's only so much you can read into this, right? Like maybe some like slight woes overall, but even in terms of their ranking, just sort of middle of the pack, right? It's potential for them to get the wins, but it's not like they have been dominant in the game mode. And I gotta say, I mean, looking at the roster, same sort of vibe where there like is a massive amount of clutch potential. I think TJ is still a player where it's sort of zeroing in on is supposed to be that guy in S&D, the man that goes in, gets your bloods, occasionally have those games where he just drops bombs, get those double-digit victories, but I will say, I think Thieves, at least from the game number 1, it's not like getting the kills was the problem, right? Like Kenny's going on like back-to-back 5 sprees. TJ starts off the game like 9-3, 9-4, but they just did not make use of their kills at all. So maybe standoff is where they can start to turn things around and see if they can get the bounce back, but I would say very much a necessary one for the Thieves to win if they want to win this series. Going down 2-0 against Røkkr right now does not seem like it would be a fun time.
Nope, doesn't seem like a fun time at all, because again, Control, one of the more delicate game modes here in the Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War 2021 season, needs a lot of teamwork to really be effective at. Search and destroy on standoff, those coming up in just a brief moment, as far as I turn away from my microphone. I'm ready, though, Chance, to get back into this. Again, a mirror of what we've seen so far in the Ravens versus the Subliners. We're going to stand off for that search and destroy second. Where do you think this is going to go, man? And of course, Røkkr were once upon a time an incredibly formidable search team. Where do you think today's going to go?
Røkkr seems a team to me where, like, unless, you know, like if Standy's going off and having a pop-off game, they just play very, very well, but they are still beatable if you're just able to outplay them. So if the guns are hot, you can certainly take them down, but if not, Røkkr are just going to punish you time and time again. Nice flashes off the rip, maybe from either player right there, just to spot out for the information. By the way, Priestahh right next to Huke, but Huke ends up getting that win. First blood for the Thieves.
Standy. Oh, can't quite get them both. Huke finds his second of the round. Exchange of gunfire downstairs. Attaches in trouble. MajorManiak now to bring the help forward. Huke's still alive. Slasher on the flank. Nice timing. There's one. Oh my God. Doesn't finish the kill. Huke though. Kill number 3. The ace! As the nuke is back, baby! Nice opening round from the Thieves.
Ooh, gun might not be hot for Slasher right now, but Huke, the cleaning and wrecking crew, maybe just calculated from Slasher, knows how many kills that Huke might be able to get, and is like, you know what, we're 1 round in. Maybe already think about some score streaks. So Slasher, the big brain, right, misses a couple bullets just to set his teammate up, but I'd say perfect start. I mean, if I'm Huke, I'm grabbing that bomb, maybe trying to think about, you know, planning it, getting some extra points, thinking about the score shoots. Maybe not, just give it to Kenny. See if he can work his magic over towards A.
With a delightful start in that first round. What's he going to do now in round number 2 is, oh, who's that? In the flank, getting a bit naughty. Huke, 5 in a row. Good job. Nice coverage. TJ staying alive in that situation. Huke really being very mobile on standoff here. Man advantage to the Thieves' chance. Røkkr's now got to defend 2 bomb sites. Ooh, nice shots from Priestahh there. What will the Thieves do?
The double headshots as well from Priestahh. I mean, Slasher through his shoulder for a quarter of a second. Gets trapped down to half HP, but you see the idea. TJ trying to just bait for Huke if you can. Priestahh, though, making the reads and keeping these players at bay. We've seen this quite a few times, even from the Raven series. You try to push the back alley, see a player's in the back, and just wrap the bomb out. And TJ's already cut his way through Brown. Kenny has got to start thinking about getting that bomb down. 30 seconds on the clock.
It should be good. It's going to go over Standy. Oh, it does land. Nice kill. TJ gets involved in mid. 2 from him. Thieves with another big round. They go up 2-0.
Quick stuff as well. I mean, again, just the fast rotation. Poor Standy. I mean, he's got Huke on one side of the deli. He's got the entirety of the Thieves on the other. And no trophy inside to help him out. So efficient work for Thieves. No overcommitments over towards that back alley. Just a nice little rotation to spot out some information, wrap it back, and really just execute the game plan. 2 rounds in, and again, Huke 5-0. You just have to keep him in the back of your mind. If he starts picking up some more kills, well, again, artillery and crews on this map, pretty devastating. With 2 open bomb sites and Kenny striking for the first blood. That means Thieves 3 for 3.
He's yet to die. He's yet to die. No one seems man enough to the task to bring him down today. 6-0. Flasher doing what he can from the back line. TJ's going to go down. Huke, the rebuttal. 7 in a row. Flashes on the defuse. The last remaining member of the Røkkr has been gone for a while now, and you're going to give it to Huke. You're going to give him full streaks this early on. This is a scary look, Chance. Oh boy, Røkkr starting to bleed out here. 3-0 off the rip.
Hey, the good news for the Røkkr, if they're all dead, they can spectate the opponents and see, oh yeah, Huke does have full streaks. Not that it's complicated. You can just pull up the scoreboard and see what he's rocking with, but this has just been sheer and utter dominance in the square up in the middle of the map. Talk about a confident play. You got 3 players on Kenny's screen. He's just hoping they don't shoot back, and well, he hoped correctly. Just a bold strat call coming through. And again, Huke the Nuke, 7 kills to his name, 3 rounds in, double streaked out. You can basically send your entire team as a full commitment to try to plant the bomb. Huke can play a corner in the back of the map and make it win the rounds. Or he can just fly at them and get the kills that way. He got 8 before he finally got dropped. And again, 4 for 4 on first bloods and a 3v2 man advantage for the LA Thieves.
Ooh, he does die though. Unfortunate, but not a bad spot to be in. 3v2 now. LA Thieves with the man advantage, is 1 man per site for Røkkr on defense. And Slasher, not an intended line of sight, I don't think, but he's going to make that one work. Priestahh, a little bit of parkour now to try to get back over towards A, but B-bomb site now in the hands of TJHaLy. And here comes the push. MajorManiak doing what he can. Not a lot of shots dealt. Kenny and Slasher are going to make quick work of him. And now Priestahh in a tough spot, trying to make it that little bit softer. As he's pounding his way through the LA Thieves, 1 player at a time. And oh my god, Kobe. Oh my god, he went for that one, Chance. Okay, 1v1, okay. LA Thieves get themselves another round. It's 4-0 so far. Great stuff here on Standoff.
I mean, you see the plays right there from Priestahh, and even a little bit earlier on, you saw the attempt from MajorManiak. It's not like this team isn't capable of making the plays. The biggest issue for them, 4 for 4 for first bloods. The Thieves have been finding every single entry kill. And again, I mean, you got Huke with full streaks who doesn't even care. He's just flying at you because he knows he's going to win the gunfights. I mean, this has been a confident bounce back Mack. Again, in my mind, a must win for Thieves. And doing so in emphatic fashion. First bloods again, this time Huke a little bit slow to the draw, and they get picked apart. The nade may be there to kill attach, but either way, man advantage for the Røkkr, who need to close this round out.
First time we've seen them with a man advantage in, I think, the first time this map, so let's see what they do with it. 105 on the clock. Bomb should be going down towards A. Standy's got himself B-bomb site coverage. Just on the other side of him, Kenny. It's all going to be on Slasher now. The timing here could be great. Kenny with a couple of tags through mid. Priestahh backs him up immediately. Nice job, Slasher. Last player left alive. And it's going to be Standy with a 74 U at range. Finally gets Røkkr on the board.
And there you go. Really just is the battle of the first bloods, right? You see Huke just a little bit off with his aim, or maybe the timing on when the gunfight's coming through bottom brown. He gets killed. TJ falls apart straight after, and is just a comfortable round win. Maybe you're almost to the point where you don't want any craziness to happen, right? You don't have to send Huke as the first man in. You have an artillery and cruise missile at some point. You got to think, you might as well just use them and win the game. 1 streak to win 1 round, and, well, you get the job done. But maybe Huke just no fear in his heart. Maybe he'll just sprint the bottom brown once again. Or maybe he'll pull out the Crimsix and slow the gameplay down.
He can do what he wants, man. He's having a great map so far, 8-2. Eyes on Standy. We definitely saw him cross. Kenny throws a peach. Lands damage, no kill. Slasher trying to watch the flank, and here we go. Making it rain. Open skies here. You got 2 players pinned over there by grannies, and the curve may come through. Top window. Doesn't find a single person. They manage to hide in the basement. Smart move there. The bomb shelter works out for Røkkr. Kenny bomb down. Man advantage, LA Thieves. They're holding that advantage thanks to some big kills from Huke. Chance it's looking great here. Putting themselves on map point after this round. Priesthah's last one up. What do you got, Priestahh? Not a whole lot as Huke finds kill number 10. LA Thieves, map point. Looking to tie up the series.
And got to give quite a bit of credit to Kenny as well, just to find that first blood, right? He's doing the little hop over spot, gets the information on Standy, and just ends up timing it perfectly. I think the nade connects to do some damage, and I have to imagine it was Kenny jumping over the wall to find the actual kill with the Krig, but opens things up, and then again, just the execution with the cruise. Not like it's super complicated. Force all those players inside, get the bomb down, win the round, and don't take any unnecessary gunfights. And you see the sense of humor coming through from the observers, highlighting MajorManiak at 0-5.
Love you, pals. Going to change that. A lot of damage dealt. Standy with the first blood. Here comes the trades. DJ's going to get 1. Priestahh, nice angle here from top of the store, whatever that building sells. Getting himself into the mix once again, dude. It's insane. That's 0-6, and it's now a 2v2. Priestahh and Attach now working their way through towards the newcomers to the roster, Huke and Slasher. E-bomb site is where Attach is really going in towards now, but again, he's got a player in top brown above him. And that's going to be Slasher by the alleyway. Over towards A we go. Pick of the litter they really had, but oh boy, that's going to be a good call. Artillery's up and about. He's going to call it. You make of that one, Chance. I mean, again, you've got this players to shuffle to move, but Priestahh, oh, he's found Huke. Now it's on Slasher in a 1v2.
He's got information on at least one player, knows the bomb is at least roaming over towards A. Well, Priestahh makes a little bit too much noise. And I think for the delicacy of it, Attach knows for sure he's up top. He can hear him coming, but Slasher, with the reads or with the sound, clutches the 1v2 and gets the job done. Clutching up towards the end and maybe snapped just a little bit. Wiped out half of the roster from Røkkr towards the end, but nothing too crazy. I had to have heard him coming the entire way. Nice plays to close the game out.
Picks up the sub and says, fine, I'll do it myself. Sorry, friends, I absolutely had to. Now we're tied up 1-1 in the series after that great stuff on standoff there. LA Thieves bouncing back in a great way. Let's have a look now at the stats. And you gotta give it to Huke, man. 11-3. Also very impressed to note the 1300 damage from Slasher and only 3 kills. But man was setting the squad up for success. Beautiful stuff here. Again, it was the newcomers in the squad coming through clutch there in the final few moments. Search and Destroy looking delightful there on standoff, Chance. I mean, is that what you expected? Mate, honestly, I didn't think it'd be that dominant, to be honest.
I mean, with a roster that's coming in with like half of the guys being fresh off the bench, I make no predictions, have no expectations. This has to be one of the more difficult series to predict, even for MajorManiak, like S&D Star going 0-6. Not the easiest calls to make, but hey, if you end up throwing the game just a little bit for the map number 1, a couple setups don't go through, not making use of the kills that TJ was able to find early on, got to make sure you bounce back for the game number 2, and maybe, Miles, maybe you were correct. The game number 5 potentially on the horizon, but we got at least 2 more respawns to go to see if we get there.
I really hope so, mate. I really do. Well, we're going to take a look now at our US Army tactical play. It's going to be round 1. It's going to be Huke. I mean, you could call it our US Army tactical nuke. Who knows, baby? Because he is back, and he was swinging here on standoff. The first kill goes his way, and he just does that good stuff all round long, man. What a start. The LA Thieves here on standoff.
And I think it's really just the aggression, right? Like, you're on defense, you're making plays up through elbow. That's how he's finding the first bloods. Then him and TJ decide just to bully out over towards Brown. And now these players just trapped in. You're in between the Huke and Slasher sandwich. And, well, Slasher gets the player 1 shot, and that is Huke's call. Fly in, get the kills, and oop, piece of candy. There's the second one. Let me get the ace round 1. Make things that much easier. Just a phenomenal game number 2 for the Thieves.
Oh, piece of candy. I'll take that one indeed. We are tied up 1-1 here, friends. Going now into our 3rd map of the series. We're playing Garrison Control. We'll see that after this very quick commercial break. Let me know via Twitter what commercial you got. I'd love to know. I want a bit of Dragons, but you might get the World of Warcraft one. You know, the horn one. You know what I'm talking about, friends. We'll see you after the break.
Call of Duty League is presented by T-Mobile, now America's largest and fastest 5G network. Set your sights on the competition with T-Mobile, the leader in 5G. Scuff, the official controller of the Call of Duty League. Seany, the official eyewear for the CDL. Armor your eyes with Seany Blocks blue light protection glasses by visiting seany.com/gaming.
What's up, guys? I'm Kenny. Welcome to Call of Duty League's Loadout Guides, powered by Scuff. Today, I'm going to go through my classes and explain why I use what I use, so listen up. So here's my controller. It's obviously a Scuff. I don't use paddles, but I use the digital touch bumpers and triggers. They help with, I guess, your reaction in game, and then everything else is pretty much default. I also am one of the only pros to keep rumbles in, so I use vibration. But my controller is pretty default. It's normal PS4 sticks. Let's start off with my primary weapon. So I'm an AR player, so I like to use the Crimsix. So to start it off, my first attachment is the Microflex LED. I prefer it over the Millstop because I feel like the Millstop is just a little too big for me. Moving on to my muzzle, I use the infantry compensator. It deals with the vertical recoil, makes it easier to shoot. For barrel, we use the Ranger, and it gives you bullet velocity, meaning that your bullets travel a little faster and hit people at a certain distance pretty fast. For my underbarrel, I use the Field Agent Grip. This is the attachment that you really need on this gun. I would say the barrel and the Field Agent Grip, because Field Agent Grip gives it no recoil, I guess you could say. For my magazine, I just use a regular 40 round, just because why not have more ammo? You can have it. And then the airborne elastic wrap for my handle. And then for my stock, I use a Røkkr stock just because the sprint to fire time helps out with that. And for people that know me or watch me, I am a pretty fast player, so the Røkkr stock helps a lot with that one. Going into the things I use to support my guns, I guess. My tactical, I just use the flashbang, just because why would you not want to flash people and make it to where they can't see you? And then for my lethal, I just use the sticky grenade, just because it's easier to throw. It doesn't take up much time because you don't have to cook the grenade. For my field upgrade, I use a trophy system. Moving on to my perks, they're pretty simple too. I use Flak Jacket. I feel like Flak Jacket and Tac Mask can go hand in hand, whichever one you prefer. For my second perk, I just use Scavenger, just because if I'm on a spree or anything like that, I don't want to run out of ammo ever. And then for perk 3, I just use Ninja, just because you want to move quietly, you don't want to be heard. And then finally, for my wild card, I use Gunfighter, just because it allows you to use way more attachments for your gun. Like I said, for the Krig, you need basically all those attachments, just so it can shoot really straight. So that's it for my loadout. I want to thank Scuff for powering today's episode. Make sure you comment and let us know what you use in your loadout. Thanks for watching.
There you go, friends. Kenny sharing the secrets there on our wonderful content piece powered by Scuff. We love those guys at Scuff over there. And of course, Kenny putting up good work as we go now into the controls. See how he fares. Again, if you've just joined us, LA Thieves versus Minnesota Røkkr. We're coming into map number 3 now. We are tied up 1-1. And looking at the control stats, Chance, it's one-sided. It's pretty open and shut as far as the numbers are concerned. But do the numbers mean anything, Mason, right now, truly?
I mean, there's no Mason in this lobby, so I'm going to go with no. They don't, not necessarily, or maybe at least you can draw conclusions from the Minnesota side of things, right? Very respectable record, even for attack rounds 19 and 26. That really isn't too shabby, especially if you're going into a map like Garrison, where attacking is incredibly difficult at times to actually make that break over towards A. So maybe you're thinking, all right, Røkkr's a strong team. It's just the question mark of exactly where the Thieves are going to be, right? Like, kills were not an issue for these guys to find in the first hard point, but converting it into actually objective time, it certainly was. So I think Thieves need to not necessarily go back to the drawing board, but it's the first time we've seen this team playing control, Miles. Who the hell knows?
Hey, it's Mama Tatch. She's with the great coach Reppin, preparing for this upcoming Røkkr match. Oh, I bet they're feeling a little nervous right now. We're all tired up. We hope they're having a good time watching the games. We love you guys. We hope you're having a fantastic show so far. And good luck to your team. Good luck to your team. They're going to need it. LA Thieves looking a little fierce. We'll see how they go in control. But Røkkr, again, we are playing for a spot in the winner's bracket at the upcoming major. And there he is. There's Attach there. You see Mum Attach. There's regular Attach there. I saw Bearded Attach on the timeline recently. That was interesting. That was very interesting indeed. We'll see, though, if he can be nasty Attach. in this upcoming map. Coming up to the control now, we're almost ready to get into this one, friends. And chance, any sort of early calls here? We saw the side-by-side comparisons of both teams. What do you think of current form, though? What do you think going into this, you know, after the team change, that honeymoon period for the Thieves, maybe? What do you think?
I would say my prediction would be, unless Standy just like comes out with a blinder of a map 3, I'm actually feeling confident for the LA Thieves to pull away with this one. Again, I know it was pretty much just a rough start as far as the Garrison hardpoint goes, but once they got the ball rolling, they certainly started to get a lot of kills going their way. Kenny started to get streaked out repeatedly, and obviously paid attention to the map too. Huke is not really struggling in the gunfight department, had himself a feast on standoff, and obviously he's going to be looking to convert that into this Garrison control, but I'd say on the flip side, right, it is fairly standard stuff across the board, but Standy, in my mind, is just that guy that can completely take over and dominate a game. We'll see if he has a little bit of magic up his sleeve.
We love magic here in the Call of Duty League. I'd also like to say thanks to all the fans who tweeted me during the break about what ad they got. It turns out it was one of the Hearthstone ones, and the Brian, you know what I'm doing, Brian?
Oh, no, I do know what you're talking about. I don't want ASMR.
We love
please.
teabagging! Woo! Let's get it! MajorManiak, Kenny, everyone's lighting up the kill feed, doing what they can, 1:10 on the clock, and again, it's been kind of dry so far. We've got LA Thieves on defense here, as Røkkr going to get on that point. LA Thieves pushing the defensive line forward. Slasher going to be the tip of the spear, the edge of the knife. And right now, Priestahh looking to get in the crack of the ass, because he's trying to find that opening chance, and he's not able to do it just yet.
Well, if he can't find the opening, he might just make one himself, right? Huke just going back and forth, waiting for the timings to go his way, but the teamwork on point. Standy doesn't even get hunted because MajorManiak there for the protection. TJ, though, he's got the trades, but it is trades all over the map. And Kenny, you talk about an important gunfight for him to win, just to buy his teammates the clearance. It's Priestahh by himself on the point. He gets dealt with, and for Røkkr, you are back to square one, just trying to get past this front line of Kenny. I don't know what gun he has in his hands because he can do whatever he wants with it. 3 kills right now to his name.
Doesn't look a lot like a Crimsix. Oh, baby! He's still getting kills! Okay, finally comes to an end. I did not expect that last one to come through, and MajorManiak. Kenny's on a run. The hands are certainly hot coming into control. TJ, nice work on the defense. 15 seconds remaining, and it's on MajorManiak. Wins one over Kenny. Can he get any more out of this? The stick does not land. Oh, it does. TJ goes down as well, takes 2. That's given Attach a slight window to work with. Can he get on the point, though? And once again, it's Kenny or Spawn. Not enough he can do now, and that should be the round. And oh, my word. Things got a little bit spicy there. The LA Thieves open up control in a big way.
That really is just like the play style of Kenny, right? He just, no fear of an ego, chow. He just plays like he's better than you. Like he'll treat it like a league play gamer. He just never switches up his style for any given situation, right? He's like, no, I'm going to come at you. I'm going to fly. I'm going to take the gunfights and trust myself to win pretty much all of them, which is why when he's on point, he can be an absolute menace. I mean, I think we're to the point of the year where, I mean, I don't know what. There's maybe like 10 contenders, it feels like, in the league for an argument of like best Crimsix. And well, Kenny's certainly in that conversation. Ever since he's picked the gun up, he has been an absolute treat to watch. And well, we'll see off the rip if they can make anything happen. It's the ARs on both sides of the board for the Thieves, trying to lock down the lanes, but it's Røkkr finding all of the actual kills.
Røkkr to get the kills. TJ's making it awkward. Oh, this is really awkward. Oh, he stays alive for long enough. TJ, from the depths of Garrison, he now emerges. Looking to make his way towards A as well, and I like this. He might just be able to cut this perfectly. Patch is going to walk past him. A big win from TJ. 7-3 now. You got one player on B. Standy's going to retain top green control. Huke, though. Oh, he and Kenny working in tandem. They clean those players up. It's an open A. They're going to take care of it. B site, though, not as safe. As you can see, the members of Røkkr have managed to steal a couple of kills there, and TJ leaps off the point. Leaves it up to Huke now on the defense, looking if he can take these players on, and he's doing it one at a time. They are coming for him. Slasher backing him up, and it's the new kids on the block, capturing the A zone. And here we go, Chance. Second segment is starting to fly by.
And keep in mind, Huke's on a 5 spree as well, so if he caps this, I don't know if that's going to be good enough for the artillery, but he is certainly going to be close, and if he gets the kills, it might make it that much easier. Gets a nice little plus 50 for the assist on that player, and he's got the help from TJ up top. The SMG duo for this team running the show. 5 spree for one, 10 kills to the other, but Attach has done his job. He has bought his teammates all the time in the world to swarm this 8 points, so credit where credit is due. But either way, 2 ticks of progress through on A. Meanwhile, Kenny, you see where he's been the last 30 seconds. trying to work on this progress over towards B. He's found his home and, well, found his demise. Røkkr on the response on defense. Nice little pushback.
Nice pushback, and again, it's attached doing what he can. 40 seconds remaining. 2 ticks on A complete, 2 segments, 1 on B. He's looking to finish what they started. If they can get it done here, that's massive. Again, they have 1 round advantage on the defense. Thatcher's run finally comes to an end, and it is Slasher who gets it done. Clock ticking. Chance they got to make a play. Over towards B they go, and Slasher is trying to win the battle for green. Standy's got his number. Huke, though, bringing the fight up close. See how long he can last here.
These are massive gunfights to win as well. When you fall well, time starts to get stripped off the clock, and he gets caught. Standy from the top rope, top green, able to take him down, but it looks like Kenny and DJ enough for the clearance. B almost certainly going to be secure, and you see the problem for Røkkr right now. TJ's actually drawn their attention over towards A, so he helps guarantee the cap over towards B. Or maybe not, because he didn't put enough pressure. It's actually just Slasher by himself on point. And Standy, at the very least, can contest, and Priestahh can fly in. You try to go for the 2-front attack, and you get picked apart. 10 seconds left on the clock, and it looks like Røkkr might have the ice on defense, as Thieves, in the end, almost hand them the round loss.
Oh, it's a big one to contest. 0.7 on the clock. Huke's managed to slip in. Is he able to get any more done? No, the kills come through the pinches there. The AR's unable to get the coverage over him, and we are tied up 1-1. But chance, big takeaway there for the LA Thieves. They managed to get 4 segments. That's going to be huge in deciding who gets the defensive round if we have to go the distance here. You know, on Garrison, it can be pretty big, but ooh, nice start so far for both teams.
And I mean, that's the silver lining, sure, but I mean, they genuinely just completely threw that round away, right? I mean, you don't, I sort of like the idea if we go to like the split push over towards A, but like if you're playing up on the boxes, you're just going to get swarmed and you're not buying your teammates enough time. Like TJ either has to be like on the back radar truck to slow things down, or, you know, after you get all the kills, just stack the point on B and make sure you get the guarantee. Like you've done the hard work getting 2 ticks of progress, but I don't know. I suppose we could rant all day. As it stands, a 1-1 tie. We go back to the opening breaks in Minnesota, looking for the opening.
Opening tags from Priestahh, trying to keep his 4 spree alive. Gets to the 5. Nice shots. The rest of the team now making their way forward, and finally comes to a close. Slasher, great game awareness. Not able to let Priestahh get away with that one. Streaks can be very, very helpful here on Garrison indeed. A lot of coverage still, but that A zone, wide open space, artillery, really make short work of players there. TJ there on the defense by A, waiting for Attach to make his way through chance, and 50 seconds remaining. And a little slow. Røkkr about to get their toes onto the B zone. Attach is the distraction, if you will, over towards A.
Well, over towards the B zone, Røkkr haven't really put any pressure on the hill, so that has bought enough time for Attach to get hunted top green, but Priestahh able to pick up the 2-piece. Now you pour the pressure on B, and they got 2 bodies on point, and more importantly, they actually have the split push rolling as well. You're trying to get pressure out towards green just to force Thieves to wrap themselves over towards A. So the setup right now from Røkkr, too clean, and they're going to make sure they secure the B zone before they start working themselves over to the next one.
So fresh and so clean. They've got a lot of mid-map control. Nice pick there from MajorManiak. To the mini-map now as you see the play develop. Slasher watching the back line. Damage dealt, no kill. Again, looking at that clock. LA Thieves need to let that clock burn out or kill 24 players of the Minnesota Rockets. The 24 life count there on the right-hand side of the screen. Huke's looking to find a few more here, but again, Røkkr starting to close in. Ever closer towards that A zone they go. Slasher playing deep defense. TJ bringing the fight to the front line. He's going to find one. MajorManiak's tight. He's going to get cleaned up. TJ starting to get hot. 16-10. Can't quite take care of Standy, though. That's going to be the end of the run, but we do have 1 minute remaining. He bought a lot of time for his team there. See one last decent push out of Minnesota Røkkr. Can they find the kills?
Well, we got the setup at the very least, right? You got Kenny tucked away in the back tank. He can spot everything out towards the middle of the map and pick these players apart as they try to cross, or at the very least feed the information. You know, 2 players are in square, and well, the information gets utilized perfectly. Set up too strong from the Thieves. Now they can push up and try to garner themselves a little bit of map control.
A bit more map control. MajorManiak with that sky tank position is going to be able to find one. He's got a TJ in the middle of the map. That could be the death knell. As soon as those players come forward, they've still got to check that mid tank. TJ's going to find it. Only gets 1, though, before being dropped down. Final 20 seconds now as the push for MajorManiak just to get onto that point and stop the clock. But he's got Huke to worry about. 2 members now of LA Thieves on defense. Now the final 10. MajorManiak waiting for the reinforcements to arrive. It's going to be one decent push, and here it comes. Standy's up top. Slasher's going to find the first kill. TJ with an aid, and Slasher once again. He cuts them all down, and that's going to be another round for the LA Thieves.
Clean stuff through and through, man. It is very much, it seemed like the story of this game from the side of the Thieves, and maybe this just goes to show that, right, fairly brand new team, still working out some of the kinks and whatever their setups are going to be, but when the setups are on point, they pick them apart, right? Get the clean 4 down, push up for map control, and make sure the setup over towards the truck just too strong on A. And I would say the only round they lost, they just sort of threw away. Just not quite on the same page, but as soon as they get there and bring it together, obviously we're expecting this team to be a force, but still need to close this out because on the attack we go, and for the flip side, for the Røkkr, defense, you got to be confident in your ability to win those and try to force that round 5. And obviously, if you're thinking for the Røkkr, enough ticks were pushed past in the last offensive round, you're going to want to win this one fairly dominantly.
Gotta get it done. Standy's been getting roughed around quite a lot so far in the map, but he's starting to find himself that confidence returning. 10 and 16 overall. A couple of big wins there as he's making his way forward. Again, eyes on the clock. It's about a minute remaining. LA Thieves having to make the attack now. They've got to get themselves out of that spawn on the right-hand side of the map. Not an easy thing to do. Attach from this right-hand side lane. We call this side caution. Over towards the green side of the map, though, that top side, that's where the play's now working out. Huke there on the point. Slowly capturing it himself. Ash caught in a very, very difficult spot. Now over to A we go as well. And once again, it's the Thieves trying to get themselves a play on towards both points. Slasher now alone. Able to get a single segment. There's the contest. And he's still going. Standy cut those players mid-map. MajorManiak does kill Slasher on the A zone. So that's going to be stopped now as well. You see the progress there being drained. Good defensive work out of Røkkr chance. Very, very controlled here in the round.
Yeah, Minnesota have been on point, just swarming the site, right? You even saw Kenny trying to jump up in a green to go help out Slasher, but he gets chopped down before he can make it happen. Røkkr on point with making sure there's not too many openings on the map, and well, Huke looking for his next opening, gets shut down immediately. The vibe for map control, Thieves have been struggling to push up really anywhere on the map. They try to work their way through rails and attaches there, at least to keep Slasher at bay. 10 seconds left on the clock. Not a single tick of progress has come through, and the last ditch effort is in. Slasher knows he needs to make the read on top green or check rails. There's so many things they got to watch. Meanwhile, Huke effectively by himself on the point.
Yeah, effectively by himself. Final 5 seconds. Is anyone there to really get on it? And it could happen. It could be Huke once again. Loses the gunfight. Røkkr. They forced the final round. It is once again a last-ditch effort from Huke to just get a toe onto the point, and he does. Standy's final few kills here. This was a nice hold, man. This was it. Literally the last moment. There's a big win there from Standy to secure the round. Now we go, Chance. Round 5. Final round. This is to take the control and to take the lead in this series.
And well, you mentioned the silver lining for the team of Thieves, right? Even the offensive round that they lost, and in my mind, they sort of threw away, right? You get enough ticks progression, 2 on each point, to make sure that you get that defense for round 5. So maybe it pays off towards the end, or maybe Minnesota has something cooked up. Opening breaks mean pretty much everything on this map, and it looks like they're actually waiting for some of these kills to come to them, and Huke delivers the first.
Seeing attached now, try to bounce back. Whoop, shots are there. The damage is dealt. Top green though, that position that attach is looking at, very, very important. So you eyes on the B zone and lets you cut across to the A zone as well. So a real power position. You want to see Minnesota Røkkr get in there if you want to see them find that success. But they're going to do what they can over by the B zone now for the time being. But Slasher on the flank, cuts them both down. Now pushing the front line forward. This is the defensive play you wanted out of the LA Thieves. But Standy answers back quickly, and just like that chance, the foot race is on. Can they get that green control?
Well, they're looking for it, and it looks like the trades are coming through. So Thieves have retained that for now. They have just been bullying out on these flanks. TJ, I mean, maybe a free double kill for him once again, or maybe just the first, or maybe his teammates there to finish it. Huke, the man that's able to actually find the kill, and Kenny wins a nice one just to make sure Minnesota don't get pushed up too far. Looks like MajorManiak, again, going to be on those cat steps, the finesse spot of all finesse spots. But this like middle of the map presence, whether it's an SMG or Slasher or whoever it's going to be, Thieves doing a very nice job of just being annoying for anyone that's trying to capture this B zone.
Yeah, B zone though, 2 segments gone. This is the final one. You've got a couple of players now from Røkkr on it, making it go by very quickly. And we say goodbye to B. Minnesota Røkkr now have to only get themselves towards the A point. That's all they've got to do. There are 19 lives remaining. Now make it 18. Now make it 17 as Kenny finds one more. And Kenny, oh my God, could not find 3 there. That would have been quite the play. 17 lives each. One more zone, minute 15 on the clock. LA Thieves have to defend. I mean, they can get the stun chance, but it's going to be special.
There's quite a bit of pressure on TJ as well, and he's going to get chopped, right? You're actually having Kenny spawn up in the far corner of the map. The good news is Slasher has just been sitting on this 8 point the entire time, and Minnesota really trying to force it through the middle of the map, but they're struggling to find some of these gunfight wins. Right now, they got to wait for Attach to come up off spawn, and, well, hope the kills come to them. There's the first, there's the second and third. MajorManiak found 2. Slasher buys Lonesome.
Oh, he's all alone. Finds 1. Slasher still fighting tooth and nail. Not going down without a fight, but that's going to be that. There are 3 members now of Røkkr on the point. First segment gone. TJ, you got to go, man. You have to go. Time is not on your side. Huke now. The pinch from top green coming through. Second segment gone. TJ gets into the fight, finds 1 kill. They managed to secure top green as well. Røkkr! There's the contest from Kenny, and now it's going to be on a Slasher. No! Can't get it done. Røkkr in the dying seconds of the game. All it took was 3 players to make the break. Perfect timing. And they steal the map away. They were unable to win those offensive rounds. They could never even get close. And they finally do it, and they smash the series there. Woohoo! We got a game on our hands now, friends. Røkkr take the lead.
And just not making the smart plays, right? Like your one job when you're defending A, especially if you know that Slasher's tucked away over there watching top green. Your entire job is just to not die. Instead, a couple players sliding out, taking gunfights, and this is the 2-piece for MajorManiak, right? Like Huke slides out, arches, gets chopped, and then Kenny, well, just gets beamed. Then Slasher just left by himself. It's the perfect break for Minnesota. And again, the only thing that you need to do is if your teammates fall, just slow the pace down. Buy him time to come help him out. Instead, it is the clean 3 down, and poor Slasher, there's just nothing you can do in that situation. And Minnesota, again, maybe only a small mistake here on an offensive round for the Thieves, or a small mistake on the final defensive one, but you give them a small mistake, they make the most of it to take that 2-1 lead in the series.
That's a big one from Røkkr there. You can see the look on their faces. That one meant a lot, and that's a huge advantage to have now in the series. Right, friends, let's get straight to it. Let's take a quick commercial break. When we come back, more hard points to be played here. Røkkr with a 1-map lead over the LA Thieves here. We'll be right back.
The Call of Duty League is presented by T-Mobile, now America's largest and fastest 5G network. Set your sights on the competition with T-Mobile, the leader in 5G.
This should be fun.
gentlemen, we have returned. It's time to get map number 4 underway. Oh boy, what a fun control we had there, that's for damn sure. Minnesota Røkkr take the lead in the series by 1. And here we go, friends. Hardpoint KD so far, we're looking at stage 3 versus stage 4. And chance, I mean, it's a bit up and down. It's been a little bit all over the place. Obviously, team changes coming through in a big way there. We saw accuracy benched, MajorManiak brought to the main roster. How's Røkkr hardpoint been so far?
A little bit 50-50, like respectable, but certainly not like breaking the bank with it. There's certainly no dominance yet coming out of the squad. We are going to Moscow though, and this is the map that this team has been very happy to play through stage 4. And again, just to go back to the keys to victory, they've been setting themselves up to make these big plays, to find those big pieces on the rotations. When they convert, they find success, get the map wins. When they falter, they end up losing. So certainly contestable in the hard points, but not dominance. And for the Thieves, I mean, at least from what I've seen so far today, at least in the respawns, it's a team that occasionally just make mistakes. Drop the ball, die all 3 at the exact same time, and leave Slasher by himself. Have a couple bad rotations or even holds on the first hills that we saw on Garrison. So I'd say Minnesota staring down the barrel of securing themselves a spot in the winner's bracket going into the major, an important map for them to get.
We've seen them play real well on Moscow as well. This hardpoint, favorable one has to be said. All the members of Røkkr. Will this be the end of the series for LA Thieves? What a showing it's been. What a contest it's been so far. Incredible success in the search and destroy. The first hardpoint chance, I mean, well, it wasn't bad. We saw a nice comeback of the LA Thieves, but the early dominance from Røkkr, it was that squeaky clean gameplay right off the rip that really set them up for success later on in the map. We'll see how they fare. Davai, comrades. Let's get it. I wonder what let's get it in Russian is. What's the Russian for skirt, chance? Do you know?
You know what? Yeah. There was a moment where I was actually going to be baited into attempting a Russian accent on broadcast, but I'm smarter than that, Miles.
Oh, yeah, learning. I'll get you one day, mate. I'll get you one day. Here we go.
I'm not going to put myself at this is not for me. Not my wheelhouse, if you will.
Here we go. Thieves. 3-man hit in. We're going to see Huke hit that top side of the map, try to stop that rotation through. And again, that's the play right now. Trying to get right-hand side of the map. And again, spawn on the good side. It wasn't your pick. LA Thieves. Kenny's going to get the final kill there on the point. They're going to clean sweep him. MajorManiak. Oh, he managed to get through. Sneaky MajorManiak. We love that. He's in. If he can hit the backside now, this is all good. But time going the way of the LA Thieves right off the rip here, chance.
I was potentially a lot of time as well if you don't start picking up some of these kills. But this is one of those moments, right? You're setting yourself for the opportunity to make the big play. MajorManiak, this is his time where he needs to deliver. And, well, he's got the information, got the upper hand, and he has the high ground, makes his moves down low, and hunts down Huke. But unfortunately for MajorManiak, well, he has become the hunted. All of those red arrows turning in his direction, but maybe a small side of victory, right? You buy your teammates clearance to actually get some P1 hill time, but either way, very respectable stuff coming out of the Thieves. You get a nice little lead. You get this set up in the rotation over towards New. This is how they went down, the way the book was written.
Still a decent chunk for the LA Thieves going into the second hardpoint. Slasher still yet to die. As the pressure is on, but the team fire is there. Communication right now for the LA Thieves certainly flowing well. 5 in a row now for Slasher. He finds that clean one. And on the other side of the board, I mean, Huke hasn't got anything yet. Like, he's just dealing damage right now, making sure the squad are up there. But EKIA looks very different. 6 now for Slasher, as the time still goes in favor of LA Thieves. The first 2 hard points treating them very well. Slasher number 7. Streaks now to be had. Here comes number 8. And there it is. Beautiful start. As the Mad Titan sweeps the board once again. And now he's got 2 stones to throw at Røkkr.
And look, you know, if there's been small mistakes potentially been costing the Thieves throughout this series, very difficult to make small mistakes when you got a cruise missile and an artillery. You know what the play call is going to be. Stack the front and call it in, but they might actually have done it a little bit too soon. I think Standy was the one flanking through Eskies just to slow him down a little bit, but job well done. You talk about the crews coming through. You get the clearance on point. TJ, your only job, don't die. Just lay down forever. And you'll have success on this hill.
Try not to die. We've still got those members of Røkkr fighting from the back while they're still alive. Oh, they're dropping like flies. Let's go for a quick Astro Gaming listen in with Minnesota Røkkr.
Oh, he's left side hill. CDL.
Also, left side hill. Connector, go.
I'm going.
I'm on try, can't try yet.
Yo, connector. Flash.
One's right. Can someone try hill with me?
TJ, one shot. I can't yet. I'm trying hill. Yo, connector. Low belt. Can top left.
Nice, let's go, baby. Come on, we're bringing shit back right here.
Stars an artillery.
Yeah.
They could be deep
They're gonna be
I'm
new
on
already.
They may hit
it.
Yeah,
100%
I
gonna
think
be
one's
new.
dark for a second. I don't see him dark.
I'm going deep bank, guys.
Yo, one's bank or bust, I think.
Yo, I'm gonna work mid.
I'm naming pillar. I'm naming pillar.
Yeah, hold,
Flash
guys.
pillar.
I'm holding.
I flash one on point.
Yo, street, Kenny street.
I don't see him
Come
under
back
the
to gold.
bus.
He's on the backside of the bus.
I'm looking for it. I don't see him.
Backside of the bus.
Yo,
TJ
bar,
weak.
Huke is bar.
Yeah, backside bus.
Okay.
Backside bus. So.
You
And
can
on
slide
hill,
that
hill,
hill.
You might get pillar.
Oh, TJ weak bus.
I'm on shot.
Pitching pillar.
Got Tyler?
Backside of the bus.
Bust
Nice.
that. I'm on shot. I'm on shot. Catch
All
out.
spawning bus
Okay,
up. All
team
spawning
try
I'm
bus
hitting
up.
gold. I'm hitting
I'm on
gold.
flash right
Shot.
now.
Okay. Oh, you
They
got me.
were
Got me
showing
close.
One more
Close
close.
and deep street. Close and deep street, guys. We need
I
hill
heard gold,
pressure.
I'm
We're
going
gonna
gold,
need hill
yeah,
pressure
yeah.
here.
Deep
I have a good
street. One shot deep street.
I have gold window.
Left
Shot
side
me,
hill.
Mike,
Left side
I'm
street
helping
weak. Left side
Gold
hill.
window on me. Gold window on me.
Kenny heal.
Close left
Austin
hill.
on
Close left
street.
hill. Done.
Nice.
I'm on the bus. I'm on
We
the
need help.
Here,
On the pillar weak. On the pillar weak. And top bus. Top bus.
Here's your
Plus
top
one
bus.
shot. Plus one
Bust the pillar.
shot.
Bust it close left. Close left. He's behind the block laying down.
He's on
Behind
top
the
bus.
block.
Top bus Austin. Top bus
One
Austin.
shot behind the block.
And one left.
Yo, one guy's in our hole. One guy's in
We're
our
gonna
hole.
take routes here too, guys.
Yeah.
Well. Chance, what do we say going into this one? This was going to be a great map for Røkkr, but LA Thieves and Slasher at the helm, 13-3. Good comms though, man. Passion and Attach just keeps getting stuck, dude. That's like the second time this map already.
And you can also just like hear like the pressure that they're under, right? Or even just see it through the gameplay. Attach would kill away from streaks, but feels obligated just to try to get a body on point and make the big plays. But no streaks for him. You still got the artillery, I'm pretty sure, for Slasher. And way more importantly, you got a 140-point lead. Nothing short of dominance here so far. Huke, though, does get caught by Priestahh, who's now also on a 4 spree. It is going to take a whole heck of a lot for Minnesota Røkkr to try to work on this comeback, but get a nice break here, hold for P2, get some streaks, maybe make it happen, or no, maybe get Slashered. 14 kills to his name, the perfect break. MajorManiak, the last man standing on the hill, and he is getting swarmed. Thieves right now on Moscow, playing damn near perfectly.
Damn fine in the red. A lot of red on this map. These are up and about for Kenny, trying to find some presence here. Stopping the push through streets to goal right now, and Slasher just winning the war on the point time and time again. He has been a force to be reckoned with in that close range position. Kenny runs these streets. 5 in a row for him. That's a nice bit of work. And again, hard point flips open. LA Thieves in full control. You've got Huke pushing the lines forwards. Kenny once again keeping the streets alive and well. And this is massive work out of the LA Thieves. Dominance where I did not expect it. They're about to break that 200-point threshold. Røkkr barely able to get towards 50.
I mean, this is what Cold War era mapping right now. Slasher and Kenny, they are the Red Scare. It is both of the AR players just lighting up the feed. Slasher's got 17, Kenny's got 15. And maybe you could say Slasher's actually slowed down a little bit. He started out 10-1, but it's not like the team is slowed down at all. A completely dominant win. And again, you see the artillery still in hand. It's the exact same play as last time. Win the P2, build yourself a nice lead. Everybody go stack the front, call in the artillery, and win the round. And maybe Minnesota trying to play around that. You actually have Standy making the late heroic plays just to take away 10 seconds of time and wrapping back to watch the front. Meanwhile, Priestahh's got the entire team next to him. These are going to take their time to set this up. But again, if you got the artillery, you can pretty much do whatever you want. Break through this hill, win the game.
Here we go, Slasher. Rain fire! I think he said briefly before, almost dying to Wonder Maximoff. There we go. Here comes the strike. Point. Delivered. Finds Standy with it. Røkkr starting to get real. I mean, it's game 5, right? That's all it is right now, friends. Kenny from the front. Finds one. Cuts them down. It's 20 for the win. It's 20 to see the game 5 now between these two teams. And Kenny continues to find the kills on the front line. Slasher backing him up. And the LA Thieves starting to come together. What an unbelievable scoreline against the more established roster here in the league. LA Thieves, baby. They run Moscow. And we've got ourselves a game 5.
That's all you gotta do. Slasher, I mean, that's really all it is. You made enough jokes about the fine. I'll do it myself. Might as well make it true. I mean, again, just the perfect opening break. The first 2 hills, Slasher goes, what, 6-0, 7-0, something like that before he finally falls. You train into the next hill. If you go into the first 2 hills when you're spawning on good side and you get fully streaked out, I mean, you have to win that game just 100% of the time on Moscow. So, frankly, for Thieves, just a blinder of a map 4. If you talk about momentum, well, they got it. You got the kills, the damage, whatever you want, they delivered. 3,500 damage from Slasher, 23-8. Just to pad the stats just a little bit. Phenomenal KD, phenomenal performance. And all this, though, just to force the game in room 5, but if you're thinking about their potential in Surge, well, in the game number 2, it was a fairly dominant 6-1 win.
My. The new LA Thieves looking strong in the series so far. A dominant victory there on Moscow, and they lost the first hardpoint, they lost the control, and now, Game 5, friends, let's do this. One more map to decide it. Røkkr, they win, they get the winner's bracket. For the Thieves, it's another shot to start being winners in the upcoming land. We'll be right back after this break to decide who wins this wonderful series. See you in a moment. Game 5, just around the corner, friends, here as we get towards the final match of the day, the final map of the day as well. The LA Home Series is treating us to some good stuff so far. Thieves gone up against Røkkr, Game 5 just around the corner, and an important Game 5 as well. When we look at the standings in the group going into this major chance, break it down for us, mate. If Røkkr wins, what happens?
I mean, the easiest way to look at it, Minnesota gets the win, they're in winners, problem solved, and then they get a battle against FaZe for the actual 1 seed. These, if they get this win, then their match against OpTic next week, tomorrow, Sunday, whenever it's going to be, that is going to be the battle for actual winners. Actually, I think it'd be on Sunday. So Thieves need the win just for the opportunity to play against OpTic to get in the winners. Minnesota technically don't need it, but if they don't get the win here, then I think they would need to beat FaZe to get the winner. So in my mind, the simplest way is basically whoever wins this has the best shot at getting out of winners. Minnesota the guarantee. Thieves, it's just setting up that head-to-head match against OpTic. So fingers crossed for whoever it is you're rooting for, but obviously for Minnesota, you do not want to go into the situation where you need to beat FaZe to make it to winners. They definitely want to get the job done here in game number 5.
Game 5s this season so far, both teams sitting at 5-2. So we got some clutch teams, plenty of ice flowing through these veins. It's the defensive rounds that are going the way of Røkkr and the attacking rounds going the way of the Thieves, mostly for now. KD's relatively even as well, and it's a showdown on Miami for our last map of the series. And oh, what a beautiful series it's been so far. Chance really treated to a wonderful showing again. Has to be said, I think this LA Thieves roster is looking very dangerous so far, and Røkkr have got their work cut out for them now on Miami. We'll see how things go, mate, but what a joy. What a joyous day of Call of Duty.
I mean, I would say from what the Thieves' point of view, it's either a dominant win or they choke towards the end. On the flip side for Røkkr, struggling when Thieves are on point to really get anything going, but any opportunity that they have been given, they have certainly made the best of. Definitely an extra eye on MajorManiak here on Miami. One, it is a map where he loves to attempt to make plays on, even as an assault rifle player. He'll play aggressive towards the middle of the map, look for picks, and just be a very difficult player to play against. That being said, also dropped Donut in game number 2, so it's not like things were really going his way. So, at least in my mind, extra attention on him to try to deliver the goods for game number 5. So you're brought on the team in part because your S&D prowess. Got to make sure you actually execute on the game plan. And on the flip side, again, I mean, for the Thieves, they're probably, to a certain extent, making some of these strats on the fly, making these adjustments, being like, oh, where do you like to play? All right, cool. I can do X, Y, and Z. Let's get this done. But Thieves, again, how many reps they have on Miami with this squad? Certainly not more than a few.
We'll see, mate. We'll see. Two-man presence over towards A now. Ooh, MajorManiak gets a single tag into Slasher to back him down. Mid-map covered. Aggressive push now in from the LA Thieves towards that B-bomb site. Attached in the back alleyway. It's that lone man watching the position, dealing enough damage just to push the players back, keep them at bay for now. Oh, and TJ slips onto the site. Slips out of the site. And you're now able to come from up high, and this pensive play, this indecision. Oh, is it going to cost LA Thieves? Standy from up high. Yes, the party started. The damage already dealt into Huke is going to push him back as well, and a dithering from Thieves. It may have cost him chances. Now a 4v3 bomb down.
Yeah, and I think one of the biggest issues, not just the fact that the bomb is down, but it's not like they have trophies yet as well. So I think that's why you got to be hesitant sliding out to the site. Huke, though, opens things up for the 3v3. Sasha's able to at least chow out over towards the back alley, and Standy needs to get this kill, but Kenny planted on the other side. And now you actually get the bomb down. If you can actually work your way over towards the docks, maybe you're on point or trade him out. You get the back alley control, and all of a sudden, Priestahh for the 1v2 with the bomb down.
Oh my God.
Maybe the timing goes his way and he can catch Slasher, but now he's got the 1v1 against Kenny. And for Kenny, this is what he lives for.
Priestahh's done this so well. It wasn't planted for docks. Kenny wins the gunfight. Oh my God. It got down to the last man, but LA Thieves managed to come out on top. They dithered. It dragged their feet to get in there on the play, but it worked out in the end. Great teamwork. Good synergy. And again, like the first time we've seen that bomb, I think almost all year, not planted for dockside. And you're making it work.
And that really just is the perfect call, right? If he tries to plant on the other side, Standy gets that kill, Minnesota wins that round pretty much 100% of the time, bar some complete absurdity. So honestly for Kenny, just showing off just a little bit, killed towards the end to make sure he clutches up, and even the bomb plant spot paving off. That is a wonderful first round to get. The no trophy attack over towards B for round 1. They get the job done, and well, Minnesota spreading the map, looking for some picks and a little bit more pressure over towards A.
More pressure towards A, but still the defenders here as well. TJ. Eyes on towards purple, piano, some players call it. Slash has got mid-map covered. Oh, just the tippity top of MajorManiak's head there, seen on the cross. Oh, TJ, nice reposition. Eyes on Standy, backing out, trying to make the play work out here. Standy still with that bomb in hand, making his way forward, Chancellor. I am loving the dance of death. And what a nade. Oh my God, from TJ, onto TJ rather. Standy, first blood goes his way. Might be able to get a second here.
Oh, he's able to back him down at the very least. Now you can get that bomb plant for free. Outside of maybe Huke with the perfect flank to find the first and maybe to kill this player off bomb. The second part not going to come true, but now you're stuck at the beach. Kenny roaming for the kills. They do have the bomb down. That's the good news. Bad news, you're down a man.
Down a man. Priestahh, whoa, levels it up. 2v2. Aggression now. Standy's a little hurt. These players are going to make their way forward. Slasher finds a wide angle. Priestahh's the last man up now, left in mid. Eyes on Kenny. Big shots, not enough to get it done. Got to try to keep that bomb alive. Slasher brings the fight forward, and no. Priestahh tries to hit a melee at that range, sadly. Not enough time to keep the players off of it, and Slasher's going to get the defuse. Thieves will find another round, go up 2-0.
There's a lot of little things that had to go right there for Thieves to make that work, right? Kenny just sliding off top visitors before Standy can get that kill, making it work. But the repositioning from Kenny, him and Slash were able to find a couple kills apiece. And then, of course, the flank from Huke timed perfectly, get the kills in driveway and really open up the round just a little bit more. But nice rounds. Back-to-back for the Thieves. Against Røkkr so far this series, 8-1 in round count. They've certainly had their number.
All we see now on offense, we've seen what? 1B, 1A, a little bit more. Towards A, we feel potentially. Here we go. TJ with bomb. Slash is going to be leading the charge. 2-2 split. Very, very wide defensive net being set now by Røkkr. You can see one player directly on top of the A bomb, one on the B. Two players looking through the mid map. They're hedging their bets that play is going to be coming through there. Will Slasher be able to spot these players first and that Krig to work at range?
And really just no information from either side. I'm pretty sure Priestahh was able to get to the boat without being seen. And obviously you talk about the power position of all power positions on this map. Priestahh, I mean, whether or not the gunfights even come his way, you see he's actually got an angle to watch the cross potentially. So I don't know if he can see number 2. It looks like the timing doesn't quite go his way. Maybe him and Kenny having the battle, and maybe with that call, MajorManiak needs to debate on whether or not he wants to rat back to help his teammates out, because you can see from Attach's POV, the pressure's here.
Semtex helps him out for a little bit. ZL's sticky lands, forces those players to split up. And he's not going to let go of this angle he's got covered there. Attach is still going to be back there. Standy with a high ground now, or Kenny magnificently. 20 seconds left on the clock. Flash is going to be here as well. Beautiful shots out of Standy. Immaculate play. Huke finds one at the very least. Less than 15. Standy with 3 now. Standy, oh, can't quite get the ace. TJ, though, left alone. Going to be gunned down with ample time. Tons of time to get the defuse. But Standy, oh, baby, he started to get things going. Røkkr, great job as a team to pull this one back. 2-1 now.
I mean, no, I disagree. Not a great job as the team. Great job by Standy. I mean, genuinely just doing it himself, finding the 3 kills. Like, you're working your way over towards the actual bomb site before you ever clear out top piano. And, like, you just see how difficult it is for both of those players, right? I mean, Kenny, when he's coming in a bottom piano, he's got to be worried about getting shot from mid-map. He's got to clear out the steps, and just the perfect angle played by Standy, and then even for Slasher, just a hopeless gunfight for him. Standy just shreds him with the headshot multiplier. So it's a nice bounce back round, and that is the second time where Standy top piano is the major thorn in the Thieves side. I mean, if you're going to go for the plants on that site, you got to try to clear out top piano first.
I was trying to give love to the whole team, right? I was trying not to make it the Standy show, but it really bloody was. Trophies are marked from Standy now. Really, I did try there, mate. The trophies are marked, and it's going to be Slasher atop his perch here. Tippity top the trash can as he finds some toes. Couple of tags. And he is handing it out. Priestahh does manage to get the first blood on the Slasher, but man, Slasher really put the work in there. Kenny with the trade. MajorManiak now from up high, not able to land much. The trophy systems come into play, and it is a kill box right now on the inside of the garage. MajorManiak, nice hit and run. TJ making his way forward. Knows when to press the advantage, and now it's a 2v1 situation. MajorManiak throwing shoulders. 2 very dangerous submachine gun players on the other side of him, and they're going to have to work this one together if they want to get the kill, and that is exactly what they will do. Thieves take the round, 3-1.
And tough round, Thieves just took the initiative, right? You got players flying through in the garage, just taking it to them. As a 3v4 clutch, very quickly, and a player not concerned about being aggressive. I mean, half health, sliding out, doing whatever he wants. Again, Kenny plays like he's the best player in the world, and when he's on point, certainly looks like he can be. And on the flip side, you talk about forcing the initiative. I mean, MajorManiak up top has a couple players that he might be able to start shooting like fish in a barrel, but he gets the first, slides away. Meanwhile, his teammates dying one by one. The aggressiveness right now, the key from the Thieves. And, well, if you want to take the bomb to B, where at least the bomb's not going there, you need to clear out top piano. Slasher trying to stay alive towards the middle of the map. That nade looks like it might connect, but maybe a trophy down or maybe just a little off the mark. Slasher stays alive.
It was the good old 2-1-1 split from LA Thieves here on the offense. 2 players now grouped up, making their way in towards A. Kenny with a lot of damage through mid. We're watching the flank, making sure no one tries anything funny. But Kenny's got a lot of work done so far, slowing those players down. But Standy looking to find kill number 6. There it is. Any YYing or not, he was a dead man. Now, with Standy in this position. Oh, Huke loses the fight. Back alleyway as well. 4v2, the remaining members of the Thieves on the bomb site. Priestahh on one side of it. And here comes Standy once again. Røkkr. Great round. Everything going their way, and now it's 3-2.
And honestly, just a wonderful round from Standy, right? Just finds it every single time. No, not the teamwork, Miles, from Røkkr. It is the Standy show. No, I'm kidding, but he finds the timing perfectly on the flank, right? Just walking up front piano. You see Kenny through his shoulder just for like a second, and Standy just was perfectly behind cover. COD timing goes his way and finds that opening pick. And of course, converts that into a round win. Also a nice off-angle play by MajorManiak. Nice to see him get on board. 3 kills to his name, and really, Røkkr just trying to bounce back. Mid-map aggression, though. Thieves, they're just trying to take it to him and take it to him indeed. Slasher, first blood, but he does get traded. Meanwhile, TJ sprinting up the middle of the map. Doesn't do it as finesse-like as Standy. More of a brute force tactic, but they got the job done. And they gave up driveway, so Standy is actually able to get this bomb down. Not an easy clutch to have happen, but you do get the bomb planted. The opportunity for Røkkr to clutch the 2v3, certainly here.
And he tucked away in this top office by Visitor Center. Standy, MajorManiak, doing what they can now to defend the bomb. Oh, takes care of business. Oh, MajorManiak. What a tag that last bullet was. 25 on the clock. Now you've got yourself TJ pinned. You're about to tie the round up. Oh, MajorManiak at 10. Huh. Major is on deck. And what a round it was for him there.
Look at that awareness, too. Knows he needs to look top visitor. Like the last time they saw Kenny, predicts the window and just nails him as well. Perfect round, great awareness, and that is the type of S&D prowess we expect from MajorManiak, right? Talk about the bounce back he had after the performance for the game number 2. That is a 2v3 clutch where they delivered. And I will say on the flip side for Thieves, if you spend all that time to get the driveway control and they haven't planted the bomb, keep the driveway control. Don't let them plant the bomb. Much easier way to afford not being clutched. You don't really need to rotate to go for a full flank if they haven't planted the bomb yet. Just kill them. It goes better.
Just kill him. Before my mentions fill up with complications around military formalities, he was on the boat, right? That's why I said on deck, you know? You know what I'm saying? But now that we've resolved that, 3-3, Thieves once again making their way through garage, but will they be able to find it a little quicker? Yep! I mean, they're in, they're committed. Ooh, Standy's going to get the first blood and the second. Nays are going to be there. A perfect read coming out of Røkkr. Kenny, he is in trouble. Slash is going to try to bring the reinforcements here, but Kenny, oh my God, slick moves. Fancy footwork from Kenny, stays alive. Now it's a 2v3.
Kenny going for the quick wrap as well. You see the setup from Røkkr. After a gunfight like that happens, you just stay posted up and, well, maybe waiting for Kenny to make some sort of play, but I don't even know what opportunities really have in this clutch unless he just rips someone off a head glitch where Kenny's trying to hunt him down, but Attach is giving him nothing to work with. The next player in Hotel gets out of dodge, but Kenny found the opening, looking for Attach as well, but that's just for the bait for Slasher. Last player half full. Priestahh and Kenny, a 1v1 again. 12 seconds on the clock and Priestahh's got him weak, but Kenny hunts him down until he gets gunned. Priestahh for the clutch in the end. 3 rounds in a row for the Minnesota Røkkr.
And P-Dog is barking after that one, man. What a huge round. That was unbelievable, man. Priestahh just had to go mega. Kenny with the most incredible run there. They just, like, every gunfight he took, seemingly perfect. But Priestahh, a kryptonite to Kenny's Superman. Oh, my God. Good search and destroy here, friends. A 1-round advantage to Minnesota Røkkr. All right, Thieves. On defense, what do you do to tie this one up? Because God help me, I want the round 11.
Well, it's not Minnesota. I think this is what their first real push, maybe a heavy commitment over towards this B site. So I'll look at these gunfights. It's Huke and Slasher playing together over towards B. They have 0 information on the round, and you see MajorManiak, he's working through piano, so he's going to be good to get top piano control. LAD is giving that one up for free, but they get the first blood. Huke shreds him and stays alive for a brief moment. 23 HP is all Huke needs to stay alive and, well, get the first blood, get out of dodge, and go back to Old Faithful, back at the half wall.
Out though. I love this play from Huke. This is so annoying. I've heard him in the comms say, I'm just going to be annoying. I'm going to do it. And he's so good at it. Priestahh though with a quick bomb plant. Planted for dockside. Slasher big tags into Attach. Not able to get the kill. Here comes the push. Thieves, aggressive. Huke gets put down. And it's Priestahh once again. Massive tags there in a Slasher. TJ now trying to cut through mid. Kenny's got himself hotel coverage and Priestahh now in trouble. TJ's going to be the one to finish him off. 3v2. MajorManiak springs into action, finds himself one. TJ rebuttals. That's nice work once again. Kenny, now he's got up against Attach. Attach with the heady. Oh, baby, Røkkr. Another good round, and this is it. Series point. One more is all they need. We know Mama Attach is happy watching that kind of round. He puts home the work and gets his team one round closer to winner's bracket glory.
Looking for that guarantee, and that is 4 rounds in a row. One in a handful of different ways. Earlier on is what? Big plays from Standy, a big play from MajorManiak, and now the teamwork is being exemplified. On top of big plays from Priestahh as well. I mean, he just bought his teammates so much time to get in position, but back on the attack we go. Top piano control once again. Røkkr have just owned this building. Maybe trying to play some off angles, but Slasher, you talk about an important first blood to get. Able to catch MajorManiak in the middle of the map, and, well, the opening they need. Priestahh going to be by his lonesome over towards visitors, or at least out towards the beach. Are they actually going to let him get to the boat for free? No. They are not. TJ found the kill.
Yeah. I mean, if he made it to that boat, I was ready to drop her. Wow. In light of Owen Wilson being on our screens again, friends. Oh, wow. Standy, nice shots. Actually, last player left alive. It's a great round from the LA Thieves. 3 mans in middle. 1, 2. Eyes on Kenny. Nice shots. Attach is now... He's going to fight for it, but this is going to be a difficult round. Nice aggression out of the Thieves. Great read. It was TJ, I believe, who hit the dagger there. 5-4. Thieves, 1 round at a time, trying to pull this back.
And it's not like it's, insane stuff that round coming out of the Thieves, but we did mention earlier on, all right, MajorManiak, even with an AR, loves to try to make plays up the middle of the map. Slasher, again, certainly a player that does his homework, finds that first pick, and even just good reads from TJ. We know Priestahh loves to play on the catamaran.
Oh, yeah.
Fancy word, needlessly so, but, plays on the boat often, so he gets caught. Nice round for Thieves to bounce back, but now it's Minnesota's turn to try to make some magic happen. Towards A they go. This time they're doing it with 3 players, and MajorManiak with the stutter steps. I believe you get there quick enough just to make sure that no one actually goes out to the boat, and Røkkr not wasting too much time. They've got that clearance on the beach. I mean, potentially they're close to getting this bomb down sooner rather than later. They might be able to get this down for free.
Kenny with a quick new position, if he can take care of player by Casper, and that's going to be MajorManiak on boat. It'd be great, but the bomb's going down. Forcing the play. Nice start from Kenny. Huke springs now from the other side of the map. This is big. 4v2. You have numbers. And the circle now closing on the Røkkr players. Priestahh now battling for his life. They're forced into a corner. The exodus now will come to an end as they get pushed all the way back to the boat. But it's going to be on Priestahh now. Going up against Slasher. The jump shot not quite there. And just like that, friends, you know it's coming. With the defuse coming through, boys and girls, we're going the distance. Ask and you shall receive. Round 11. Let's do it. The fans, what they want, Chance. Give him the round 11.
Wouldn't have it any other way. I really just want to know who gets defense as well, because I'm trying to think, even on both sides of the board, I don't know what the strat call would be. Maybe this is where you hit the middle of the map on offense, because why not? Just kidding. This is probably not the map to do that on, but to round 11 we go. Again, right now, Minnesota, you get this win, you secure yourself a spot in the winner's bracket, and then you play against FaZe for that top seed. And talk about a turnaround Minnesota would have had to make a jump like that. On the flip side, for the Thieves, need this win to be able to go against Chicago OpTic to battle for the winner's bracket. But obviously, if they lose it, they will be starting at the bottom going into the major. Both teams need the win, and this is the first time I've seen the Thieves get that top piano control off the rip. Looks like it's TJ and Huke responsible for up top, as Minnesota on the flip side. I mean, they've spread the map looking for some picks, but that bomb clearly working towards the B side.
The tension is palpable. Oh my word. Attach gets a lot of damage in the kill.
Oh, he gave it up.
He gives it. He's dead. Huke's done.
Stay in the corner.
Now it's going to be on TJ. Slasher makes the quick transition across map to make it over there to help out. You've still got Kenny watching that long beach side. Oh my god, the round has just changed so much. Slasher now, a little bit of damage dealt. And he gets to the back alley in time to stop those players crossing towards the bomb. They are playing this so slow. Trophies are up. Røkkr, they do manage to make the cross. Here comes the plant. 25 on the clock. TJ though on the flank. TJ on the flank. Asim the first. Damage dealt. Gets the kill. He gets traded out immediately. And now it's a 2v3. Slasher trying to make it even. As he pushes these players back, Priestahh's managed to get to the heady, and it is all set now. This should be perfect. Røkkr are set to win it here. All Priestahh has to do is stay alive. He doesn't need to take the fight. He doesn't need to die. Standy's got his close cover. MajorManiak has the flank. It is perfection out of Røkkr, and that final explosion sets it up. It's all over. Røkkr get it done. They get themselves a position there in the winner's bracket, going into the major on LAN. And it is a brilliant round of search and destroy. Everything went right. Attaches first blood, position on the bomb, the plant lands. They nail it. For LA Thieves, commiseration, you came so close yet so far. They won't have a chance now to play in winner's bracket. They will be starting in the losers at the upcoming major, but man, what a contest it was. 3-2, final game chance. There it is. Let's see the stats.
And Røkkr, I mean, you know, if they're not teammating in those round 11s on Miami, they're good to go for the clutches. You gotta say, but I mean, just so many rounds on the flip side for the Thieves, whether or not you want to pay attention to the stats or not, but like Huke just dying at the end up top for no reason. How many times in the control did someone just slide out and die for no reason? And that's where the break comes through. Even on the Garrison hardpoint, the same thing. I mean, that is what a 2v3 clutch that the Røkkr had where MajorManiak's picking up pieces. That is Standy opening up the game on a tear from top piano, repeatedly picking up pieces. I mean, Minnesota, again, it's just if Thieves, anytime they made a mistake, they just capitalized. Even the play from TJ towards the end, right? Like, it's almost like he finds the perfect opening, but he gets traded. If instead of going on the flank straight away, if you just get to the docks heady and pinch all those players in, the round could pan out so differently, but instead he just ends up falling and leaves Slasher and Kenny just in a hopeless situation. So many little things, the Thieves, if they just make those small adjustments, I think they end up winning that series with ease. Instead, Minnesota done it. They clutched, they secured it, and they will end up in the winner's bracket. And potentially, if you take down FaZe, you get the top spot for the seeding as well. Minnesota making a nice little stage 4 run in the CDL point standings.
Great run so far, 3-1 thus far in the stage on a 3-winning spree still. Amazing though to see how high the ceiling potentially is though for LA Thieves. We'll talk on that in just a moment. But first, friends, it's going to be the scuff play of the game. We're going to give this one to Røkkr because let's face it, friends, they had to have it. Brilliant stuff all round. I mean, this was round 7, and the start, the reads, the readjustments from Røkkr as a team, and Standy's individual performance, it all went right for them here on the showdown of Miami.
I mean, it's quite a few playmakers, right? You had MajorManiak making big plays, Standy provided as well, and then even Priestahh, the man who clutches up towards the end. I'm pretty sure it was this round where he pulls it off as well, but just a crazy situation because Kenny and Slasher, I mean, you talk about the 2v3 they even had towards the end when they're on defense. They're certainly good at making things spicy. They end up turning this into a 1v1, but Priestahh just enough with the nade and gets around cover for the final gunfight win. But just a crazy round, man. The teamwork right here from Kenny and Slasher on point. Kenny finds the opening for the pick, baits out attach just to make Slasher can wind in and get those kills, but just too clutch towards the end. And the nade really paying off big effects because Kenny got 4 bullets in before he gets around cover. But Priestahh, 2 cracked, 2 on point, and 2 victorious towards the end. Minnesota, they got the job done.
Man, they are feeling good. And you saw MajorManiak's delayed reaction. He's the guy making sure the bomb got sorted there. But here, the road to the major for Minnesota Røkkr. They may have lost to OpTic, but they've taken care of business since then. Their final boss, Atlanta FaZe, before we get towards that very exciting stage 4 major. Again, they are playing for first place seeding. If they can manage to beat Atlanta FaZe, if they lose it, they still sit second. Not a bad look for them whatsoever. The LA Thieves, again, it feels like a lifetime ago. They beat Seattle Surge 3-2, and everything since then, very, very different because now a brand new roster. They will play OpTic very, very soon, their final match in the road to the major. And again, unfortunately, they will not be able to make it into winner's bracket. They will be staying in the elimination bracket going into this one. They sorely needed that victory with a chance to get it done. They would have battled OpTic for it still, but that will be one hell of a contest. And again, Charles, I mean, all I'm thinking right now is the ceiling of the LA Thieves looks great. Can't wait to see how those guys go for it. But friends, do not forget, set your calendars. The Dallas Empire hosting the Major 4. The first time we'll be back on LAN since all this COVID shenanigans began, June 17th to the 20th, right here on the YouTube channel. Don't forget this one, friends. We cannot wait to get back into this one. We cannot wait to get back to LAN. them exciting moments. Boom! Going to be well and truly excited for that one. But Chance, let's talk real quick before we get to the interview. I don't think it's ready just yet. Let's talk about the LA Thieves, the ceiling right now, man. Like, big change. 2 players swapped out. I thought they looked pretty damn good, all things considered.
I think this is a team that if they realize the situations where like not dying is way more important than getting the kills, they will start to make a couple strides, right? Like in my mind, that's the theme for the series. And it seems like this game especially, just because of like maybe the slower paced nature of it, there are times when you could just put your controller down and that could be one of the best plays you could possibly make of just staying alive and buying your teammates times in the respawns, in the searches. I mean, again, for Thieves, maybe a performance like that, Game 5, Round 11 against a team that has been on a hot streak for a roster that is fresh. There's certainly positive takeaways, but in my mind, they just threw that series away on pretty much every single map loss they had. I think that's a tough one for those guys to have to swallow, and certainly one that when they go back and rewatch, it is just going to be a constant, here's mistakes we were making the entire time.
I mean, again, for a roster that's only been together for, what, a couple of days, I mean, maybe they've had a week of practice, not a bad look at all. Quick look now at the Stage 4 group standings. Group A, Group B, obviously 2 clear-cut champions there. Atlanta FaZe, New York Subliners coming into this, of course, as first and second seeds based on the Stage 3 finals, and rightfully so, but again, a closely contested Group B. Again, you can see those tiebreakers, you know, between Florida Mutantes and Toronto Ultra. We'll see how that goes. Again, New York Subliners playing Ultra very soon. That will change things up there. And then the other side of the board, big stuff about Chicago OpTic taking on LA Thieves. We'll see how this all finishes there. But friends, Stage 4, we're almost finished. We're almost done, and that means we're going to the major. I don't know if you can tell, friends, we're pretty excited about that. We're pretty ready to rock and roll. But that's going to be all from myself and Chance, as Priestahh is ready now, waiting in the wings, getting ready to talk to Lottie for our Game Fuel Victory Spotlight. He's going to break down all the thrills and chills after that incredibly exciting Game 5 finish. P-Dog, you deserve it. Much love, mate. Great stuff all around. Friends, we will see you after this quick break. We come back. It's Priestahh with Lottie, our Game Fuel Victory Spotlight.
The Call of Duty League is brought to you by GameFuel. Unlock a CDL team pack with any purchase on gamefuel.com/CDL while supplies last. Offer ends on August 31st. Tournament audio and team listen-ins are powered by Astro Gaming, the official headset and mix amp of the Call of Duty League.
Hello everybody and welcome to your Game Fuel Victory Spotlight. Joining me this time I have Priestahh from Minnesota, Røkkr Priestahh, congratulations, man. What an incredible way to get into the winners bracket. You guys have done it. You can relax. You have a great seeding heading into this major. I just want to know from you and your point of view, what have you learned about your team at this stage?
Yeah, I mean, as a team, we've been really starting to click. This is like the first time I actually felt like that probably this season. I know we're still a little off, especially on that Moscow. I mean, we got destroyed. So we still got a lot to work on, but just as a team, we're starting to really like figure it out.
Yeah, I can definitely see that. I think the figuring out is coming with it, and you guys are still pretty nasty, and you upset a lot of teams on your way doing it, so it's pretty awesome to watch. Now, last match of your stage is going to be against FaZe. How much do you think this series is going to test you and your team?
I mean, the series against FaZe is it's gonna, tell us kind of where we're at as a team. I know me and Mike, obviously being on that team last year, we're gonna definitely want to come out hot and win that series. But they're the best team in the game right now, so we got to come out and prove ourselves and prove to everyone else that we can actually do it.
Amazing, and hopefully provide a little bit of intel on the way. Like you said, I do remember your FaZe days, man. So hopefully you can do the dirty work there. Now we obviously return to LAN for the next major, which we're all really excited about. How excited is Minnesota Røkkr though? How are you feeling about getting back to LAN with the boys?
Oh, I mean, everyone's super excited. Everyone wants to play on LAN again, and it's been so long, and I just can't wait to be back on stage with the boys and just competing and going hard and just seeing everyone again.
Love it, man. We cannot wait to watch it. Thank you so much, Priestahh, for joining us. Well done. Amazing stuff, and best of luck against FaZe.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
There we go. P-Dog. He's come to town. I like this stuff. Amazing. It's great to hear from the guys and seeing how they're feeling heading into our next major, which is going to be on LAN. If we haven't said that enough by now, we're on LAN for the next major. Really cool. Cannot wait. We're going to head to a break right now when we're back. It's myself and Neyman's breaking down everything from today and everything that we're going to be seeing tomorrow. You don't want to miss it. We'll see you guys in a few.